friends and viewers and students, welcome to my YouTube channel, Schooling and Preaching by Ashit Sadhu. Now, in this evening, I shall discuss about our Vedantic philosophy, our Vedanta scripture, that is the Upanishad. Please subscribe me, give me like, and give me comment according to your viewpoint. Vedanta philosophy, the core, the essence of the Hindu religion is the Vedanta scriptures, that is the Upanishads. We have found 108 Upanishads so far, but there are actually really many Upanishads that are taught in the first environment by the Munis and Rishis and the intellectual scholars, persons of our Vedic period. The last part of the Vedic Shastras is the Vedanta philosophy. Here the essence of the Vedic Shastras has been recapitulated, and also the main object of human life is also focused in this scripture, that is the Shastras. What does Vedantic Shastra mean to say? The main object of the Vedantic philosophy is to teach us that you should know yourself, that is your self-identity. What is our self-identity? What is actually we are? We are not the body, we are not the mind, we are the spirit, that is we are the soul. We have a soul in our inner part. It's a matter of feeling. The body dies one day, but the spirit is immortal. We die, our body dies. It has been explained in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita by Sri Krishna Bhagavan. But the main subject matter, the core subject, the essence of the Gita is coming from the Vedantic Shastra. The Gita has been told with stories, with illustrations, but the Vedanta Shastra is the message only, the main message. What is you and yourself? What is the spirit? Self. We say that self-power. What is self-power? Who thinks about in a very larger point, expanding attitude, is his self-power. But a selfish man cannot understand the self-power. We think that the body is all, and we are arranging so many things, so many enjoyable things, money, crores of money, flat bank balance, and etc. for the enjoyment of the body. But the spirit does not need these kinds of things to enjoy. The spirit is unaffected by any kind of outside happenings. The spirit is not dried by the fire, is not wet by the rainfall, is not subjugated by any kind of criticism or censure. No kind of happenings of outside can damage, can even touch a part of the spirit. Spirit is immortal. So Vedantic Shastra says that you must know your spirit. Our Vedantic Shastra speaks about the fact, that is the actual reality, that is the reality of human life. It does not take shelter in the false imaginations of human beings. We are always spending time in false imaginations, which we do not need actually. We want to get. It is our false imagination. But the Vedantic Shastra says that a man, if want to be get emancipated, get deliverance from this illusion, he must know the spirit, he must reach the spirit. This world is but an illusion. Illusion means false, fake, but not completely false. It is not anywhere, it is, but it always changes. So we love the things which always changes. So our happiness, our peace is not lasting, is not everlasting, it is always changing. We are peace in this moment, and the next moment our peace is broken, because the outside happenings are affecting upon us, and this is the cause of our unhappiness, of our discontent of our life. If you do not know spirit, in spite of vast, huge quantities of external resources, that is money, that is flat, that is cars, that is relations, you cannot have full contentment in life. You must, because you cannot set up in some one position. Always you will change. When the environment, when the outside environment changes, you will be affected by the outside environment, and your mind will move. Your heart will move. Because the mind always captures the outside. Mind is not in peace. Mind is always going downwards. This is the game of Maya, that is illusion. Maya always tries us to capture in his own net, in his own cage or cave. Maya, illusion, is a very limited place. It does not want that a man can go beyond this Maya, beyond this illusion. Maya is a flood, but you cannot kill Maya. You cannot finish Maya. But you have to get one always. You have to be conscious enough always, so that Maya cannot come out of victory in any case of life, in any happenings of our life. But Maya, that is illusion, is always working tremendously with its extreme power. Maya is tremendously powerful. It always fights with the truth, with God, and with this spirit. We cannot get spirit, because spirit is very near to the body, to the mind. And when the spirit is very near to the body, to the mind, it is affected by the mind. So the mind suffers. The mind suffers, but the spirit cannot suffer. But the spirit suffers when the spirit is overlapped with the mind. The mind and the spirit are overlapped, are rolling with each other among themselves, and the spirit suffers. The spirit himself does not suffer any kind of tension, any kind of suppression and depression, but by being affected by the Maya, in relation, in a proximity with the mind, the spirit suffers. That is, you suffer. You have no suffering, you have no unhappiness, you have no sadness in life, but you are bound by the Maya, by the mind. We have thoughts, we are always thinking some things, and it is the function, it is the action of Maya. The spirit has no thinking, because he has no any kind of tension. He does not. Maya spirit only lives in the present. At the time being, But the mind goes behind into the past and goes forward into the future, and things happen and things meaningless things. The mind thinks always the meaningless matters. The past which is story, and the future which is mystery. But only the spirit lives in the present time, because present is the truth. Only present is the truth. But our mind cannot allow it to be in the present. So for today, next day I shall discuss more about the Vedanta Shastra in the English language, because English language is an international language. We must know English language, we must learn English language, and we must try to speak in English language, because it is very real language in the world, in the business world, in the educational world, and in all spheres of your life you will face English. So listening to English, we can learn something of English, and this is why, this is the reason behind that I am illustrating the Vedanta Shastra in the English language. Thanks.